and the head. The next one down is the back legs, and these two shorter ones are the torso. So I'm going to just show you on here, it's colour coded. So the back legs, this one, is the white wire coming up here, and it stays on the back leg like that. The red ones, of which there are two, come from the knee to the hip, across to the shoulders and down to the elbow. And the blue wire, this longest one, is the wire that is the head, the shoulders, down to the front legs like that. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick up your second longest wire. That's the white one that's going to be your back legs, and you always start at the back. So this process that I'm showing you is an armature for everything. It's just that we happen to be using the dimensions of a dog today, that's all. So it's cut out ready for a dog, but this is how we make human armatures as well. And what you do is you place the wire on your finger and balance it so it's perfectly balanced, like so. Take your Sharpie, mark the centre of where it is on your finger. That will give you the perfect centre of your wire. So you do that, yeah, and mark it. And then you mark all four facets that you've just marked, and you place it on your chart like that. And you mark, and it's got to be dead centre on the black circle where the hips are, yeah? And then you mark it dead centre on the circle where the knee is going to be, like so. And you mark it on all four facets, like so. So now you've got it marked nicely like that. You turn your wire over and you put the centre line back on the hip like that. Show you. So it's now like that. And you mark the knee again. So now you've got the knee marked on each side of the centre line. So you've got the centre line and two knees marked on it. Is you put one of the red wires onto this wire with the marks on it, so that it's about 3/4 of an inch below the knee, and you pinch it between your jaws of your pliers like that. So there's your centre line, there's your knee line, and you put your wire so that it just comes down 3/4 of an inch below the knee.
And that's the shorter one, is it? The
yeah,
one?
but it's one of the shorter ones. Perfect, yeah. So it's right on the end, like that. Yeah. Very importantly is you make a V like that, so both wires bend as they come out of your pliers. That's it, so it's a V. My hand like that, my thumb and my index finger will go like that. And you twist and hold on to these very tightly. So just watch, you twist, and what it twists like is like a little girl's plait. So they twist around each other. If this happens, and your V becomes that will twist around this one, and this one won't move, and you'll get a really ugly twist. So you make sure that it stays a V. So every time you do it, just don't do it too fast, just make sure you've got a V, and you keep going until you get to the centre. The next one you do is you pick up your other red wire and you put it side by side with the first one. So you know which one's the red one because it's the one with no marks on it. So what you're doing is that. So I'm going to come around and show you. So it goes on the other side there like that, and it should be the same length as that one. That's lovely, that's it. So now, holding your red wires in your left hand, you just twist downwards this time towards your knee, forming a V as you do it every time. And you go past the knee, like that. So now you've got one wire left, your longest wire. You balance it on your finger again, and you mark your centre point again on the longest wire, and mark all four facets. Nice and neatly. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put the head on this so it fits perfectly into here. Now left over right or right over left will do that job for you. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's done the right way round. So you hold it like that so it's facing you like that. You then hold this so it's facing you and it fits beautifully into the body of the main twisting part of the body like that. If it's the wrong way round, it won't work. So if I twist it the other way round now and try and fit it in, it won't fit. Can you see that? Doesn't matter which way I do it, it won't fit. So one way fits, the other way doesn't. After a while, you can see it very clearly which will work and which doesn't. But at the moment, it's a 50-50 chance for you. So just twist it round and I'll come and have a look. We hold it together like that. We know it will fit beautifully because the first hoop twist made it fit beautifully. And then you twist down the arms like this, or the front legs, on both sides, like so.
Does it matter which way it's in? No, just...
It can only go one way, darling. Even if you put it the other way around, it'll still be the same. And what you're doing is you're now going to measure that twist off. So you go from the centre, like that, down to your elbow joint, just here, and stop twisting at that point. Yeah. Gather round, actually, so you can see this clearly.
Do we need to bring anything with us?
No.
No. Just before I get...
What I'm doing is lining it up on the chart here, marking the shortest wire. Mark the shortest wire, because if you cut the wrong wire off, you'll cut your leg off. Yeah. So mark the shortest wire, and then using side cutters, you've all got side cutters in your drawer, just cut the one wire off. And the best way to do it is to squeeze and do that like a crocodile eats its prey. Yeah. And then you do the same on the other side, like that. So dead centre like that, just taking your time, don't rush it. Then mark dead centre where the elbow is, like that. And on goes your side cutters. And again, just so you don't strain yourself, and it will come off really easily, like that. Then you do the same at the back. So you put this dead centre onto the back, mark your wire, it's already marked, and just take that off.
So you're taking off the short bit?
Always the short bits, yeah. When I first did this, I invented this back in '97, I think, and I went off and demonstrated in front of a huge group of sculptors, 40 people in the room. I'd never spoken in public before, so I was really nervous. And I did all of this, and right at the end of it, I just cut its leg off. Oh. And I watched it went ping. And I thought, oh no! And I didn't know how to fix it at the time. It's easy to fix now, but it was just very funny. I think it was the expression on my face that got everybody laughing, actually, because I was so young and impressionable. So, the last one, like so. And again, just that little wiggle, and it comes off nice and easily without you getting a repetitive strain disorder. And then when you've done it, you take your pliers and you twist like that. So you've now got a twisted single wire. The reason you do it is not just for aesthetics, it makes it look prettier, but it also, what the clay sticks to that, it won't stick to this. Every time you squeeze there, it will squeeze upwards, but with this, it works. And that's all you do. So you now turn that around.
Does it matter which way you're turning it?
It does, but it's almost impossible to tell. I still find it difficult to tell which way it is. I think it's that
you
one.
wouldn't want it to unravel, would you?
No, you don't want it to unravel. That's it, and that's it. Like that. So you now end up with something that looks like an old-fashioned TV aerial, like that. So have a go at that, being very careful when you put it on here to make sure that you're cutting the short wire off, not the long one. Yeah, come and have a look a minute so you can see. We're nearly there, folks. It's nearly. That's not bad, actually. It's 5:30. It feels later, doesn't it? It feels like about 7 o'clock at night. So, what we're going to do is mark the joints. So whilst it's spatchcocked like this, we just put one side like this and we come down and mark the heel. We bend it and mark the ground. Now, like that, yeah? So now, and you make sure that you mark them on all 4 facets, like that, all the way around. And then we bend this around. So we bend the legs around like that. So animals have no hips. So humans, it comes out and down like that. Animals is just a V like that. And then you hold the 2 legs together like that and mark the other side. You don't turn it over this time and mark it again like we did before. If you do that, you'll end up with the legs out of sync. It always happens. So this is the way to do it. And that way you'll end up with legs the same length. And also, then you've got all your joints marked. And the same thing here. So on it goes like that. You mark the wrist joint and the ground. Like that. And what you've got to do then is put it into your MDF base. And to do that, you want this bit that goes into the MDF base to be no longer than 15 millimeters, because the MDF is 18 millimeter MDF. So again, what we do is we bend this around like that, so it's now a V shape like that. And then we mark it again against the marked leg, and that will give you 2 beautifully equal legs. Just this little bit took me 2 years to work out. It's amazing because it's such a simple process, and you look at them now, you just think, well, how did you not realise? But of course there's no one there to teach you. And I kept doing that and then that, and they always end up wrong. So this way it ends up right every time. And then all you do is, I would measure it, don't just guess it, but that's 15 mil, yeah? And you cut it like that. There and there, so that will now go beautifully into, and if I just open it up, you'll see that the animal will stand up really nicely, like that. And all you have to do is bend your limbs then, according to what you want. So the movement on these is built into it, so you'll get the knee coming forwards and bending like that. Then you've got the heel bending like that, and that's how it works. And then when you want to put movement into it, you can move the limbs however you want to move them. And that's how movement works. So you can do all sorts of things with your animal from that point onwards. You don't have to do what we've just done this week. We've done that this week to keep the measurements as simple as possible. So you're learning your scales before you start to learn to play Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata or something like that. So that's the way that it works. So that will take care of every eventuality, which is great for you, up until about that size. Just use thicker wire. So that's your animals done.